Now for the reading paper, this is a very important document because it is principal examiner's report for teacher, which I'm going to share with you for the recent paper. Now this report is important for you because you will be able to see that how has been the recent paper, what were the mistakes made by the students which you have to avoid for your part, and what are the comments and guideline of the principal examiner, and I will definitely elaborate on these points. So key messages: candidates performed well in the assessment when did they perform well? Read both texts closely. You know that in our reading paper we have two comprehensions, text A and text B, so we have to read both texts. Read the questions and follow task instructions carefully. So after reading the questions, we have to look at that what has actually been asked, and then definitely we have to form our answers based on the question exactly. Demonstrated the different skills targeted by each question. Recognizing the question 1 is assessing reading comprehension, and question 2 is assessing understanding of the effect of writer's language. So we know that for first comprehension, there are two questions. Question 1 is reading comprehension, where there are a lot of explicit and implicit questions, and reading 2 is actually based on writer's use of language. Now, use textual details to make valid inferences about a character's feelings, opinions, particularly in question number 1 F part, question number 1 H part, and question number 3 B part. So you have to actually look at the valid information from the text for doing these parts of the paper. Based their responses on the text, only offering their own opinion or inferring opinions of characters in the text as required by the text. So most of the time you have to base your responses on the text, on the information given in the text, but sometimes you have to infer the information, and you have to give the responses by your understanding. Quoted the text directly when asked to provide a feature in 1C, details to support an answer in question number 1F and question number 1H, and their cohesion example in question number 2E. And the candidates use their own words carefully where appropriate, avoiding unselective copying from the text. So where the question asked for own words, so the answers were given in own words answered. Now, where there was some textual evidences required, there they were provided. Then when candidates attempted all parts of all questions, paying attention to the marks and answer space available, which indicate the length of response expected. So you have to form your answer according to the marks and the space provided. Some of the students, they have a habit that they go for detailed answer, they copy the text, and they go even beyond the space provided for the answer. That is something really negative. It shows that you are not sure about the actual response. So candidates who organize their answers in the designated answer space for question 1C and question 1F and question number 2E. So you don't have to go beyond the given space. You have to focus yourself in the space provided, and you have to form your responses in the way that they don't exceed the given space. Okay, they fit into the given space. That being brief and correct and to the point is actually a skill, and that is required in comprehension. And they kept to recommended word limit and checked their responses. This is very important, that after reading your after making your responses, you must read it to check any grammatical error. Okay, and sometimes it happens that you make a pronoun error as well, so that has to be seen. Now, the journal comments of principal examiner. This was the first examination for the new syllabus. There was a significant evidence that candidates ran out of time and were unable to complete the paper. With only a few not attempting questions, for the most part, responses were clearly written, although occasionally illegibility hampered reading it. It means that the bad handwriting was a problem. If a response is incorrect, a line should be drawn through it. I mean, you should cut it like this, okay? Rubbing out a response and then writing over it is strongly discouraged. A line should also be drawn through any rough work. If a response needs to continue beyond the designated space, it is better to use additional pages, ensuring that the original question number is identified. This is something very important, that you should not erase some response and rewrite on it. That is quite not allowed. You are going to just place a line to cut the unrequired part, or even some rough work or some planning is done, you have to just cross it and then move on. And then that if you need some extra space, then you can just do it on additional pages and mention the question number. Candidates should avoid writing in margins or at the bottom of the page. This is something very important. Some of the students, they have a habit that they write things in the either in the margins of the paper or at the bottom. This is something wrong. As they are not always visible, they are advised not to write more than is required by the task. So the best thing is that you remain brief and limit yourself to the space provided. Okay. Now the candidates were asked to answer questions on two texts. The first text A was a narrative text called The North Shore, which tested candidates' comprehension skills in question 1 and understanding of writer's use of language and its effect in question number 2. Now, questions were divided into short responses, sub-questions. 16 marks were allocated to question number 1 with 9 marks allotted to question number 2. This we know. Candidates seem to find the text accessible with some vocabulary and expression stretching those who performed most strongly. So, these have been some comments by the examiner. I hope that they have been of great help to you. And when you are doing your paper, you will be also looking at all these areas which are recommended by examiner, that you have to be precise, to the point, and when you are asked to do onward answer, then please do an onward answer. Okay, and when there are examples required, then you provide the examples from the text, but remain to the point, brief, and don't write extra beyond the space provided. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.